Hey. So I just wanted to make a short plantar fasciitis video. And it's not just for plantar fasciitis. It doesn't matter what kind of athlete you are. It feels great to roll out the feet. Now, I happen to have some different tools, but today we're going to use a golf ball. So if you have a golf ball, I want you to find your golf ball and I want you to place it underneath a foot. So just pick a foot, okay? So the fascia starts and ends in the feet. It's one connective piece of tissue. And sometimes plantar fasciitis can originate further up the leg and pull everything tight. But other times it actually could maybe be because your feet are tight and you could end up pulling down and having trouble from the leg down. And it really begins in the foot. But I want you to find, that could be also a part of, maybe the shoes that you're wearing, if you're a heel wearer. So I want you to find your golf ball, and I want you to just begin, just slowly kind of rolling the ball underneath your foot. Now you want to do this slow because as you do this, you may find that there are some really wonky little pieces or areas that are tender. So just kind of notice those pieces. Now if you stand, this pressure will feel deeper into the fascia of the foot. So, but right now I'm sitting. And go ahead and I just want you to go along the toe mounds right there underneath the toes over to the pinky toe mound. And then just sort of go back to the big toe. And then again. Of course, you can do this however long you want, as long as you'd like. To roll out those feet, you can do it while you're watching TV. Now I just want you to go down the edge of your foot. Notice how that feels. So again, you're just bringing awareness, I have to scoot it back a little bit, into the foot, noticing what you notice. And you could do that a couple of times. And then I want you to go down to the heel. And then for just a second, go the perimeter of your foot. The perimeter of your foot. Across the heel. And then all the way up the edge, the arch, right there along the inner foot. Now I want you to go the opposite direction. So we're working at brain too, kind of changing things up, doing something we probably normally don't do. Across the heel and then back up the outer edge. Ooh, all the way to your pinky toe and then across those toe mounds. And then one more time, again down the edge of that foot and just notice how that feels. Across the heel and then all the way back up the edge of your foot. And then back. Now I want you to just sort of find that big toe mound and just maybe create some circles with your foot. I have a tender spot there. And then reverse the direction of those circles. And just kind of hang out in some spots, finding those spots. And now go all the way to the center of your foot. Right there with the arch. And if you feel some tender spots in there, go ahead and you can sink, but you can also just go from side to side in the same spot. Going cross fiber friction here, back and forth, but you're doing it on yourself instead of having somebody do it for you. Okay, now in this same spot where you found that's tender, go diagonally. So same spot, but you're just kind of changing the direction slightly. Think about a small clock around the spot that is tight. And so now you're just going diagonally. You can do this 5 or 10 times. And then I want you to go up and down. So now I'm going forward and backward. So I'm going from like 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And then we're gonna go from about 10 to 4, right? So a little bit different. So at first we did, not 10. Yeah, at first we did like 2 to 5. Maybe we didn't do 2 to 5. But if you didn't do 2 to 5, do 2 to 5 o'clock. Then you want to do 3 to 6. I started with 3 to 6. You want to do 12 to 6. What is it? What's across from 3? 9. 3 to 9. And then just maybe some circles. You could go clockwise or counterclockwise. And you can find that on another foot. Again, the other thing to do is just to stand up, rise, and sink in those tight spots. And then I want you to relax the foot, circle the ankle, point your toe, point the toe, flex the foot, side to side, and then just kind of notice how that foot feels. Should feel kind of lighter, a little bit less heavy, and like you've got more room in between your toe mounds and your heel. Of course, we want to make sure we're doing that on both sides. So again, just kind of start by rolling that out. Just kind of taking note of where you might have some tender spots. And notice what you notice. So again, go sort of down the inner edge of that foot. All the way to the heel. And then all the way back up. And then maybe across the toe mounds. Oh, we forgot to play. We'll play again. And then back to the pinky toe mound and then down the outer edge of that foot. And then all the way back up. Again, just noting the areas that feel tender, that might be holding tension. Go across the heel. And let's go all the way up. Let's go the perimeter of the foot. Now again, remember, if you're standing, you could hold onto a wall, but you're going to create more pressure. Go across the toe mounds to the pinky toe mound, all the way to the heel, across, again, to the big toe mounds, to the edge, all the way down. And then go ahead and reverse. I might not be as thorough on this one, but be sure to just take your time. You're getting the idea, regardless of when or how you do it, to relax the fascia, try to release, dissolve any sort of kinks in the bottom of your foot. Of course, I like to go in circles right here because my big toe mound feels a little tender. So do what feels good there. And then let's find our way to the center again. And just find that area. Ooh, like right here, I just want to sink down. It's a little bit closer to my heel. And you could hang out here. Or you could begin to create that friction. So right now I'm doing 3 to 6 o'clock. And that spot that's tender, right over that spot that's tender. Oh, that feels good. Okay. You want to try to relax that foot if you can, although you might find that the tender spots make your foot want to tense a little bit. So maybe that means you're sinking a little bit too deep onto the ball. The pressure is too deep. Then let's find from 2 to 8. 2 to 5. What do we have? 6, 7. 2 to 7. Find that cross fiber friction. And then coming back, let's go the other direction. So we'll go 10 to 4. 10 to 4. Whoa. And then we'll do 12 to 6. Now you can do this as many times in every single tight spot that you have. And then when you're ready, you can sink. And if you're standing, this is going to feel maybe a little bit more intense. And if it feels intense, try to relax the body by breathing in through the nose, filling the belly up. And then exhale, sink the foot down onto that ball. And then again, inhale, exhale, sink. And then one more time, inhale, exhale, sink. And then slowly relax. You know, any little feel-good movements on the bottom of your foot. And then I want you to stretch and point and stretch and point. Circle, other direction. Relax that foot. Windshield wiper your legs. Notice how your feet feel. Go ahead and stand up. Notice how your feet feel. Notice how the back side of your body feels. I can definitely feel that the back of my calves are also slightly relaxed. So just notice what you notice here and see if that helps. Throughout the day, see if that helps any pain that you're having with your foot. This could be done, you know, as often as you need. And if this ball's too hard, maybe you find a little bit softer ball. You could probably do this with a softball or a lacrosse ball. It's just, I have a golf ball. And then the fun thing is to try to play with it. Picking the toes up. I can't do it with my left foot, but I can do it with my right. And maybe you could play with both. I hope you all have a great one. I can't wait to see you in person again and to meet new faces. I hope you'll have a great Tuesday, and be sure to check out some of my other YouTube videos because they're on there that might also help.